Hey there, it's Zach again, and today I'm going to talk to you about why it's so hard to trust your intuition, because I know a lot of people who have intuition and they have these intuitive hits and they feel so strongly about it and they really want to trust it, but then they find themselves just not taking action on it. And so it's like, okay, why do we even have this intuition if it's so hard to trust it? All right, so the first point I want to make is that it's actually not hard to trust your intuition. And hang on, bear with me a second. What's hard is trusting intuition when it's asking you to take a huge leap, all right? Intuition is something that we actually have access to all the time, but for most decisions, it's either in line with what we're already doing or it's just not that big a deal, all right? Like if you're at the ice cream store and your intuition says today you should buy chocolate, you're probably not going to sit there and have like an existential crisis over whether or not you should buy chocolate. You're just going to get the fucking chocolate ice cream. And if you don't get chocolate, you get vanilla, then maybe you won't enjoy it as much as you will, but let's be honest, it's probably not going to have this monumental impact on your life, right? So it's actually very easy to trust your intuition in the little things, and that's one of the reasons that people struggle with it, somewhat ironically, because we don't realize that that even is our intuition. We don't get in the habit of listening to our intuition, of just being aware of it. And so then we feel like intuition is only this thing that comes up when it's having this huge, like, life-altering moment, and we are expected to just jump, okay? And a lot of people have had that. Like, if you've ever started a new job and your first day there, you're just like, oh man, I do not want to be here. I should just leave right now. Or some people have even had it like on their friggin' wedding day, like that pit in their stomach feeling of, I should not be marrying this person, you know? And so of course we're sitting there thinking, okay, my intuition is basically telling me to throw away the life that I've worked so hard for. What the fuck? And yeah, that is what's hard. And so a couple of things are going on there, right? First of all, we've probably ignored a whole bunch of signs leading up to it that this isn't right for us, okay? A lot of times we don't acknowledge our intuition. We're not used to being tuned into it, so we don't notice it until it is like screaming like a friggin' siren telling us stop, 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 when we've already invested so much into this path, all right? So if we got more used to actually listening to our intuition in the smaller steps, then we wouldn't ever reach that point, okay? And also, you know what? I think it's fair to just be kind to yourself there, and that's something that I say a whole lot because I truly believe it. It's like, yeah, no, it's reasonable to not trust your intuition when it's telling you to basically like jump out of an airplane without a parachute, as far as you can tell, you know? Most people would agree that jumping out of an airplane without a parachute is a bad idea. It's not something that many people are able to do lightly, right? So if you are one of those people who has those intuitive hits and like you are in a place right now where you don't feel that you can trust it, but you feel that you have to trust it, first of all, that's okay, all right? So many people are there, all right? We're not taught to trust our intuition. In fact, we're often taught to ignore it, you know? People around us, they mean well, they love us, but they tend to give us advice that may not always serve us, and the way that we're raised and the way that our society works, it's not really designed around teaching you to trust yourself and your intuition. So most of us have been taught not to do it, and then we don't do it until we're in a really horrible place where we just can't ignore it. So yeah, like, forgive yourself, seriously, like, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for not being able to listen to it, and don't beat yourself up for having it, right? But yeah, if you do learn how to trust your intuition, it's going to be super, super powerful. It's going to help you avoid ever getting into those horrible places that you don't want to be and where your intuition is screaming at you to just like throw away the life you've worked so hard for because you worked so hard to build a life that doesn't actually serve you and doesn't actually bring you joy, which is way too common right now in this world and is something that I really want to just stop happening and help people avoid. All right, so if this is resonating with you and you're like, all right, well, how do I fix it? The first step that I suggest people make is to just kind of sit down for a minute and think back in history all the times that you've had little intuitive hits, and it doesn't matter how small it is, even if it's something like buy the red sweater. You know, think of all the times that you've done that and it worked out for you. You know, like you bought the red sweater and it looks good on you and you feel good about yourself. Okay, yeah, like write that down. And also write down the times that you got those intuitive hits and you ignored it and things didn't work out the way you did. Like maybe you felt that you really should go and learn music and become a musician, and you were like, you know what, that's too unstable, I'm gonna become a lawyer, and now you're upset about that. Or, you know, it can go any way. Like, this isn't about, oh, one life path is right. There isn't. If you really felt in your gut that you were meant to be a lawyer and you ignored that and went into something else, you know, that counts as well. But yeah, just write down the times that you did trust your intuition and it worked out, or that you didn't trust your intuition and you know you should have, because that's going to help you lay a foundation of knowing that, okay, yeah, I do have this intuition and it is there to point me in the right direction. Okay, and one of the reasons I'm talking about this today is because I'm creating something to help you guys learn how to trust your intuition. It's going to be a 5-day challenge in a Facebook group that I haven't created yet. But if that's something that you're interested in, then keep an eye out around here, because that's coming really soon. The challenge itself is going to start on Wednesday. And if this is something that you are have been really struggling with for a long time and you are ready to just get it done, put this behind you, start making the momentum, start creating the life of your dreams, then, you know, message me and we'll schedule a time to chat, and I'll see if this is something that I can help you do, if this is a goal that I can help you attain, because I'll bet that it is. Okay, and you do not have to walk this path alone. You absolutely deserve support on it, and that's what I'm here for. So yeah, keep an eye out for the upcoming challenge, and also if you ever feel that you really need my support, message me and I'll get you sorted out, okay? Thank you so much, and you have a fantastic day.